Bryony Pengelly, Mark Pengelly, Schools of Kickboxing. The top 5 things to look for in a martial arts club. Okay, so firstly I'm going to touch on what you're not looking for, which is skill level. Okay, if you're a novice and you're going to a new martial arts club, everybody is going to look amazing on the mat, especially those advanced grades and black belts. So you can really eliminate that from your search criteria. Things that you should be looking for is the black belt ego, what kind of respect levels there are involved. Making sure that the black belts and the advanced grades don't have a superiority complex over the lesser grades. And that, because when that happens, it diminishes the respect for everybody else. And obviously respect is core for martial arts. So you want to be looking out for that and making sure there's no kind of superiority issues going on there. Also making sure that the instructors aren't getting people to compete against each other, because it's an internal battle enough as it is to progress yourself. So, and what you should be doing is comparing against yourself previously and your progress a couple of weeks ago and how far you've come on, rather than looking at others who are much higher to you and much higher grade and saying, oh, you know, because it's just going to beat yourself up over it. You just need to compete against yourself. Okay, so second thing to look out for is teaching skills. Making sure that their methods are really broken down into bite-sized chunks. Making sure that the instructors are teaching step by step why we put our hands in such body positions, why we do this, why we do that, and explaining the reasoning and the benefits of that, okay, and not just giving the examples of, oh, it's what I was taught, or it's what we have always done. Okay, so the instructor should have really good grasp on why they teach things the way they teach things. Okay, they should also be able to adapt to the different learning styles, because everybody has different learning style. So they need to be able to adapt to teach the students that they've got in the club, and not expect the students to adapt to their style and stick rigidly to that. Okay, so thirdly, approachability is really key. Okay, potentially you're going to be with this group for a long time. Hopefully you're going to be with them for years. You're going to get to black belt. The best way to analyse how approachable they're going to be is, and how much of a family knit group that is by seeing how the other students are interacting with each other, making sure they're relaxed, they're happy, they're chatting, they can laugh, they're having, you know, they're enjoying themselves, they're having a good time, because that will encourage you to persevere and stick with your training. So also you want to be bearing in mind that the instructor needs to be approachable too, because you're not just getting an instructor for your money, you're also, to an element, you're getting a mentor. Okay, you're getting somebody that you can talk to. If you've got other stuff going on in your life and you want to have a chat, then that is something that an instructor can hopefully help with at times. And you want to make sure they can take the time to do that for you. Okay, so fourth, we've got costs. Okay, costs should not be the biggest deciding factor in which club you choose. However, there is an element of truth in you get what you pay for. Okay, so you want to be looking at what kind of worth there is and what kind of value you're getting for the money you're paying. You want to be asking what hidden costs are there, not just asking about the monthly training fees, but asking what kind of joining fees there are, what kind of kit costs, if you have to get kit through the club, sparring kit through the club, or if you can buy it elsewhere to keep your costs down. The license fees that should be renewed annually. The grading fees, that's one that some clubs put a massive price on, and it's unexpected and it's hidden. And by that point you've been training with them for a while, so you think, oh, I want my belt now, and then you're stuck with them. So ask about all of that from day one. Also bear in mind, when it comes to costs, that clubs run differently. Okay, you can have family run clubs, you can have community based clubs, you can have franchises, you can have more business models of martial arts, and there's no one right way or wrong way when it comes to this, so long as the core principles are key, you know, the respect and the teaching methods and the approachability, and that they are hitting target for all of those things that you're expecting to get for your money. And then lastly, integrity. Okay, so you want to make sure that there is good integrity in the club between other clubs, that there's good inter-club relationships, and that they're not, again, have no respect, because when there's no respect in the club for other clubs, it's not a true martial arts. Okay, because martial art respect is at the key for martial arts. So bear that in mind. Make sure there's a good mentality in the club, and that they're reliable. Okay, because if you're turning up to your class and it's been cancelled and you haven't been told, then that's going to affect your training. If there's stuff like that going on, then they're not showing the integrity to their students that they should be, and you deserve that. If that's not present, then your training is going to start declining, and so is your passion for it. Okay, so be aware of all those different aspects: the ego and respect, the teaching methods, the approachability, the costs, and the integrity. It's all stuff to be looking out for when you're visiting other clubs. And also bear in mind styles. Okay, so if you're trying out new clubs, then try out lots of different styles. Find a style you like, because some are stand-up, some are ground fighting, some of them are mixed. You want to find a style you like, and then once you've found a style, try out different clubs within that style. Listen to reputation, okay? Find out what kind of feedback there is online, and trust your instinct, okay? Key number one, always trust your instinct, okay? Because if something doesn't feel right, then that's generally, there's something off the mark. Good luck searching. If you want to know more, get in touch, ask us questions. We're happy to help.